Welcome back to another episode of Lost in the Farmer's Market Field Trips. Today we're looking at this specimen here. This is technically a colony organism. It is in the family Bambusidae, and it is bamboo, obviously. Bamboo is a grass, and each and every one of these plants is interconnected by rootstock, so it's basically one big colony. Unfortunately, it is considered an invasive. Now, an invasive plant is a plant that has escaped cultivation, has no natural predators, or no diseases naturally endemic that can strike it down, and more often than not, it grows to the absolute detriment of the indigenous wildlife. So this has choked out trees, vines, and God knows what else. Bamboo is used in making all kinds of things like cutting boards, floorboards. Most recently, it can be ground up and made into things like washcloths. But in general, bamboo is a negative thing. Now, in this case, some yo-yo brought it to the Carolinas, planted it, and it got out of hand. There are patches of this all over Cumberland County. This patch is probably at the tallest. The stalks are maybe 30 feet high. The problem with invasives is that it's hard to tell which plant will become invasive in advance. Japanese Knotweed comes to mind. The Tree of Heaven, another one. Kudzu. It seems like a good idea at the time, seems to be the motto of things that were well-intentioned but became invasive. Starlings, the bird, also technically a foreign invasive, That's the problem with invasives in general. You never know what plant you import will become one, which is why you should do growing trials for upwards of 10 years to see if it becomes a problem, breaks loose, so forth. Now, in bamboo's case, if this is your problem, you can control it by cutting down the stalks if they're this huge, or if they're, short enough, you can mow them constantly until eventually it runs out of energy. However, if you harvest the stalks, you need to let them dry properly, keep them out of contact with the ground so that they don't try to grow new roots. Because I have heard accounts of certain species in the bamboo grouping that do this. As I said before, bamboo is a grass. A really, really big grass, essentially. It is a problem in some places. And here, in portions of Cumberland County, the water table is very high, so it grows super aggressively. It grows at its best near water. A stream, a lake, anything. It won't grow in the lake, but it'll grow beside the lake and choke out natural diversity. That's all I have for you today. We'll hopefully do more field trips, and you'll see more stuff. You can see the lovely canes in there. Lovely but problematic. And as always, folks, keep them growing. Stay tuned.